measures 90 degrees. And then an obtuse angle is a big angle. Okay? We've also talked about scalene, isosceles, and equilateral last year. Those are how we classify the sides of a triangle. So we have scalene, which means they have no congruent sides. We have isosceles, which means at least 2. So does that mean that there could be 3? Yes. So at least 2 of them, they'll have to be equal. And then on equilateral, how many have to be equal? All 3 of them. Okay? So, with whatever utensil color you are using, I want you to color code your key. So I'm going to say that I'm going to use pink. Right here, pink is going to mean that they are acute angles. I'm going to say blue means that they are right angles. And then wherever I have black, that's going to mean they are obtuse angles. Okay?
Wait.
So you color code yours the way that your utensils are. Right now we're just talking about. Right now we just have those 3. Okay? So we're going to go through first and do all of our angle classification. So if I look at this first triangle that is acute and scalene, how many of them are acute? All 3 of them. So let's label it with whatever color you're using for acute. Let's label it A, B, and C. Okay, I'm going to go down. A, B, and C. Okay, when I go down to this one, how many of them are acute? Just 2 of them. Let's call it A and B. We'll come back to the right, because I'm just going to go with one color, and then we'll come back. Obtuse, how many of these ones are acute? 2, so let's call it A and B. Okay, when I go over to this column, in this triangle, how many of them are acute? All 3 of them, but do 2 of those angles look the exact same?
Yeah.
Those bottom 2 angles look the exact same, right? Yeah. And they actually are, so let's call them both A, because they are the same. And then my top one would be B. Just right here. Okay, here, how many of them are acute?
2.
2 of them, and do they look the same? They are. So let's call them both A again. And then we're going to leave that guy alone. Down here, how many do I have? 2. Do they look the same?
Yeah.
They are, so we'll call them both A again. And then down here, how many are acute?
All 3.
All 3 of them. And how many look the same? All of them, because they are. So let's call it A, and A. Up here in this column, how many of these look acute? All of them, and do they all look the same?
All of them.
They are. A, and A. And then if you notice, this triangle, and this triangle all look the exact same, right? They are all the exact same triangle. So how many do I have here that are cute? And we'll all call them A. So we should be done with our cute color. So now get your right color, whatever that color is. In this top row, are any of them right? Nope. In this row, though, this guy right here is a right angle, so I'm going to draw my box. And then this top one is also right. So draw your little block sideways.
Wait.
This angle right here is right.
So you're supposed to draw.
It's kind of like a tilted box.
Oh.
Okay, and down here, are any of these right?
Yeah.
No, because we're all obtuse. So then grab your obtuse color. This one right here, call him C. And then we'll call this top one B. So all of my angles should now be color-coded and labeled with a letter except for my right triangles because we just drew in boxes for those. Questions on angles or classifying them? Okay. Get out your highlighter. Your color code doesn't have to match mine. Okay, so when I use pink, you don't have to use pink. But grab one of your markers. So if I have a scalene triangle, so this first column, how many of my sides are congruent?
None.
None of them. So how many colors should I use on them?
None.
Well, how many so if I have 3 different sides, I'm going to have 3 different colors. So go through, and I don't care which side you highlight, but highlight one of the sides with one color. Then rotate your highlighter so you can share with your teammates. So that all 3 of those triangles all have different colored sides.
I just had.
Merry Christ.
It doesn't matter. They can be whatever color.
My highlighting is just.
You're just noting that they're different links. Okay, so when I go over to the isosceles, it says at least 2 congruent sides. So which 2 do you think are congruent in that first triangle?
The 2 mega long ones.
The 2 side ones.
Yes.
Here, which 2 ones do you think are the same? My side ones. Or the whoop, like Justin says. Again, here, which ones are my 2? And then this bottom one, all of them are the same. So you should only use one color. Then you can go back through with a different color and highlight them. Yep. My last column, equilateral. How many of them are congruent?
All 3.
All of them. So all 3 sides should be the same color. Okay, so now when I go back and look at my chart, can I have an acute equilateral triangle?
Yes.
Acute equilateral, that's this guy right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I have a right equilateral triangle?
No.
No, that's that right there. Can I have an obtuse equilateral triangle? No. When I go back up top and I say acute isosceles, can I have that triangle? Yes, and if you notice, the sides of those triangles are the same, and then their angles are also the same, right? And here I have 2 sides that are same, so I have 2 angles that are the same. I have 2 sides that are the same, I have 2 angles that are the same. So then when I have a triangle that has 3 sides that are the same, how many angles are the same? 3. Okay? When I have, so like this one, or this one, or this one, because they're all the same triangle. When I have a triangle that has 3 different sides, how many angles do I have that are different? 3 different sides, 3 different angles. 2 of the same sides, 2 same angles. All 3 same sides, all 3 same angles. Okay? Alright, so we're done with that note.